Hello there, and welcome back to Corey Loses, where today we are once again continuing our Thrawn's Revenge 3.2 preview playthrough as the Pentastar Alignment. In the last episode, we took Tangren back from the CSA. They took Junction from us, but I think we'll be able to take it back. So we're going to do that first, and then we're going to go probably take Sereno from the Greater Maldruid. Because we've been sitting over it for a while, we're finally making some progress on this side of the galaxy. And by this side, I mean like any side. That hasn't been going very well in some other places for us. But we know they have a lot of air attacks here and strike breakers. So let's see how much we can clear out. They don't have any structures. They're going to be coming straight for us. So hopefully we can get over... Oh. Alright, some of you over there. Some of you over there. That's going to be repairs. Repairs.
Let's get this thing moving.
No, you deploy there. You deploy there.
Receiving your transmission. Awaiting orders.
And...
Right away. Moving to that area, sir. On my way. Copy.
see if we can get him to focus on that. So... All that in there. There's one down. Get over to this one next. Maybe not. Might be too much. You're too far out. Alright. We got one of them.
I need some support here. Yes, Commander. Enemies behind that challenge.
Okay, let's see if we can kill this one. We already lost the landing zone. Alright, well, it's not going to be enough. If we had the landing zone, then I'd be able to do stuff, but they took it, so... Such is life. Let's see. Two view, one of you. And where did we... I think it was Angsmiter we had the other production. You're gonna go in with that fleet. Gonna go in with their fleet as well. And then we can probably drop them on Selegas or Exilla. Shit, now they have a structure.
Unit in production. Yes, sir. Escort carrier standing by.
Get over there.
Moving out.
Move order acknowledged.
If I'd built more before then, we would have been able to do it, but I was just too afraid of them getting the structures.
Complete.
Orin, get back to that. I'm gonna drop them on Selegas.
As you wish.
And I don't know know if we want... I don't think we want to take Mercure just yet.
AT-AT ready.
We're going to get another Secular, so we're going to get Hyperion. Actually, you know what? Let's, yeah, let's do that. Let's get Hyperion. And we will also get Red Rocket back. Oh, they're up to 2 structures.
Headed out.
Squadron moving out.
We need at least 2 battle platforms there. So I'm not sure which 2 structures they built. Probably the local government. Maybe a tax agency? Looks like it might be a tax agency.
AT-AT ready. Moving ahead.
Aren't battle platforms leaving the CSA's roster? Probably.
Setting course.
Let's see.
More ready.
I mean, they wouldn't be leaving because they're too strong. If we really wanted to nerf them, we'd just nerf them. But they don't really... The faction doesn't really need them. Makes more sense to just not have them. Alright, let's do that again.
Invasion commencing.
Reporting. Order acknowledged. Yes, Commander.
Choose your reinforcements.
Okay, we want to do the same thing.
On my way, sir.
Slightly different.
Destination set.
Still mostly the same, though.
Reporting. They're in this direction. Awaiting order. Ready. Yes, sir. Roger. Conbel Iblis here. I read you. Reporting in. How can I help?
Repair station instructing.
Head that direction.
I'm not saying they aren't annoying to deal with, Revenant, but, like, the reason they'd be removed from the faction isn't because they're too strong. If it were just that, then we'd just make them weaker. They've been on the verge of not being in the faction anymore since they were added, because the faction just needed more content, and it was something that was available. It's no longer the case.
Warm up. Heading out.
And, like, the last few battles, it hasn't just been strike breakers or OP, or not strike breakers, battle platforms or OP. It's that they have a lot of units and I don't have as many units. Terrain variation there might be a problem. No, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? You are supposed to kill stuff. Alright. Now we can kill those.
Heading for attack position. Command received. Aerial artillery reporting. Right away. Moving out. Heading out. Destination ahead.
Take out the field bases.
Move out.
Ready.
You guys go up there.
Copy. Ready for orders. Let's go. Open fire. Attack the target. Keep going.
Ah, shit. Shit. They're still there.
At the ready.
Forgot we only killed half of them.
This way. Ready to receive orders. Comlink active.
Oh, that's not good.
Roger that. Cut through them. Targeting. I got it. Form up. Blast them out. Awaiting orders. Attacking. Engines
Oh,
activated.
those are AA turrets. Don't want those.
Form up. Fire at will.
And you guys can come back.
Awaiting orders.
That'll heal. I'm gonna send these guys over to make sure they don't get that back. Probably the Juggernaut as well.
Copy. Attacking. Keep going. This way.
Squadron moving out.
Reporting. Over there.
Reporting. Transit received. Command received.
Yes, sir. Reporting in.
Yes, sir. Right away.
Yes, Commander.
Rip. I'm not gonna bombard these. Not worth. Okay.
Heading out. Destination ahead.
You guys can heal. You're just gonna
Not a problem.
drop on top of their field base out here.
Adjusting course.
Or on top of their turrets, rather.
On the move. Let's get him.
Transit standing by.
Battalion standing by. Moving out.
Aerial artillery reporting. Heading for attack position.
Waiting orders. We'll take them.
Ready for orders. Let's move out. Attack. Let's go.
You.
Roll out.
Another map that has some terrain variation in places it probably shouldn't.
At the ready. Keep going. Fire. Open fire.
I'm here.
Unit destroyed.
Oh.
Ready to receive orders. This way. Over there. Attack the target. Attacking target. Fire at will. Cut through them.
I copy. Or the Alliance.
Comlink active. Engines activated.
Is there anything else waiting over here for us? A little bit.
Blast them out.
Reporting. Draw their fire.
Guys, go up to this one.
Roger that. Receiving orders.
We know they have an AA turret very close to the base, so I don't want to go over there. I think that's where it was.
Squadron moving out.
But I think on this side,
Proceeding. Command received. Right away. Moving out.
he should be relatively safe.
Racing ahead. I have the target in sight.
Yes, Commander. Commencing bombing.
Let's move out. Let's go. What are your orders? Planted.
Well, they actually went with 2 tax agencies there.
Keep going. This way.
That probably would have been a revolt. I guess they finished the 3rd structure just as we started to invade.
Gargantuan ready. Proceeding. Heading to destination. Open fire!
All right,
Area control achieved.
there it is. I think that makes it time for another save. Yeah. And I think that's the last we're going to see of the CSA for now. Actually, did they take... Yeah, they took back the planet that revolted, it looks like, actually. So... we might have to worry about them on Tangrid again a little bit. Otherwise, I was going to just let them be for a while. But in that situation, we'll have to at least defend Tangrin from them. I'm not going to push up that far because that's going to separate our territory a bit too much. Zav's asking, from a dev perspective, working on TR, what's the favorite feature thing you're working on right now for the point to release? So working on right now, government mechanics, I guess. There's right now a lot of stuff is just kind of getting wrapped up from the first half of development. The Warlord rosters, I think, have worked really well. The design behind them has both made a lot of sense and come out about how we hoped. So it was, I think, something that people were worried about going in within the team. Like, how contentious would that be? But I wasn't that concerned. I didn't think it'd be that big of a problem, but I'm really happy with how the results have come out of that. All the factions, even though they still feel Imperial, they feel distinct, and their playstyles are a lot more clear than they were. So I've been really happy with that. It'll never stop the memes from certain places that everything in TR just plays the same. But what can you do? Much as I may disagree with that assessment. Are they on different... Oh, that's just the regular Praetor carrier. Okay. We'll get Summoner on that one then. Will the PA fighter or carrier focus rival that of the New Republic? So, the New Republic and PA, while they're both fighter focused, that's actually part of the reason we stuck with PA being fighter focused. We'll get to that in a second. They're kind of different, where the New Republic is fighter focused, but it's more of a quality over quantity, whereas the PA is more the quantity over quality version of it. And like the point defense and stuff, that's more baked into more of the New Republic stuff. They have a bit more access to fighters on supportive stuff. So it does play fairly differently between the two as well, even though the kind of core philosophies, especially early on, are a bit more similar. But part of the reason that we stuck with the PA being fighter focused is because they are so far from each other. Like the New Republic is usually down here, and the PA is up here, so they're less focusing on each other. Like the Ariado Authority with super capitals and stuff is going to be more vulnerable to fighter focuses, except when everything gets auto-resolved. and they lose the Delvardis personality, which is why, sadly, there's not much New Republic going on in this playthrough. But yeah, so Telos was taken. Maybe we should just grab it while we can. Take it while there's time.
Building under
And then leave them out that way. Because it'll be a planet that we can get to pretty quickly if we need to.
Online. AT-AT ready.
Sadly, we need another Nemesis.
in production.
Or actually, no, we didn't lose our Nemesis, did we? No. What am I talking about?
Tactical battle imminent.
Alright, they got a Lucrehulk there. Thank you, Silent DC, for the 300 bits, saying, "Hey Corey, I was wondering what your thoughts are on ground combat. To me, it's not much variety used with the units, pretty much a lot of artillery with a couple of heavy units. And hey, I find ground combat interesting in this game." To BH. So, I don't think I agree with that assessment of how units get used. Like, especially the idea that AA in particular gets commonly used. So, like, there are some players who like to go heavily into artillery, but I don't think that's necessarily the meta. Like, you can get by with that, but like the same edits we made to space combat rosters we've done on ground as well, and I think this playthrough has also shown a pretty good variety, even with the kind of like half-done stuff between even just the PA and how Zinj plays, where the infantry use is very different and how it's supported is very different.
Engines to full.
Thank you for the cheers. Each faction does have
Your reinforcements.
pretty different focuses with that kind of thing. Alright, let's get Dekit up there. Pain's Pleasure Yachts. It's fine. Scotsman, Dandy, Potato, the Bombers, Arkan's Triangle, 18 on a diet, stops Hammer Time, Body Dread,
Heavy cruisers.
get further over there.
All ahead.
Rust Bucket, Ice,
Set.
Defatigable, Door Knocker, and I'm gonna save Thunder Road for a bit later in the battle.
Target the engine.
The Bulwark 3 and FOTR, it is not.
They're coming in quick.
It was a Galactic Civil War invention.
Tires reporting in.
Alright, let's get over there, because these bombers are kind of concerning.
Bomber squadron reporting. Attack.
We'll get our bombers
Attack.
in on their ships
Ready for orders. Fire.
on that Bulwark.
Losing power.
Choose your
Losing
reinforcements.
control.
Alright, Thunder Road, you can go in on that one. Let's focus in on the rear one here.
Commander. Awaiting your orders.
In jumping in on a Lucrehulk like that, not ideal, because that's kind of what they're good against, but with the raid fleet, I think we're okay.
Receive orders.
We're just going to focus back here on Inquisitor. Then other Inquisitor can die to the raid fleet, with Unrepentant also taking some fire from there, so
Active.
I think that'll be fine. Oh, it's a Yuvitha raid fleet. There's the new thrust ships. There are actually a couple different thrust ships that were made by Sky. I think 3 or 4 different types.
Awaiting your command.
Sir,
Attacking.
Alright, you guys stop here. Actually, pull over to this side. You guys go on here.
nowhere to run. I'm on them.
Your command, sir. Our target priority is the laser cannons.
Alright, now take that crap out.
Get behind them.
All the weapons on this side of the Lucrehulk.
I've got him.
Commander, the lasers are our target.
Captain here. Dreadnought cruiser ready.
Direct fire. No laser cannon. I have them now.
Our target priority is the laser
Cannons
cannons.
disabled. Sir, coming around.
Okay, keep on the heavy weapons at the front here, the turbo lasers especially.
Enemies in range. Ready for battle. I've got him.
And can we get some fighters over to take out those bombers? That's going to be a problem as well. Medium turbos.
Heavy cruiser standing.
You pull over there. Pleasure yacht should be able to handle the remainder of this raid fleet. Just focus on the octuples there. And a double bomber squadron can help you on that too. Alright. Let's try to keep the Thunder Road alive. You're going to want to power weapons on there, and these guys are going to bring up this way.
Fire at will. Weapons ready, sir. I've got him. Attack position. Getting alarmed. Taking fire. Commander, they're hitting us.
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
And Dreadnought on there.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
Okay, as many of you as possible need to get through there. I don't think we're going to be able to save that ISD.
Intercepting.
We can try SD.
Disabled.
Eliminating target. Good point.
I kept the fighters away for too long.
Sir, I've got him. I'm on them.
The lasers are our target. Our target priority is the laser cannons. The lasers are our target. Yes, Commander.
Excellent shot.
Rip.
Attacking.
Our primary engine system is down. Attacking.
Captain here.
Need to replace that.
Fire for maximum effect.
Engines to full.
I got one. Locking on.
Okay. Pull you guys in over there.
Enemies in range.
Our target priority is the laser
Dreadnought cruiser ready.
awaiting your command.
This way.
Sir,
What are your orders? Launch full volley.
Heavy cruiser standing by.
I could have pulled some of these up earlier,
I've got him. Firepower. Eliminating target.
but
Gun them down.
such is life again.
Target locked.
The lasers are our target.
Excellent shot. I got one.
Destroy the engines.
Where'd he go?
Got some pretty good wins for ourselves. It's just the ISD loss that hurts. Stings.
Here. Firepoint vent.
Attacking. Enemies in range.
Taking up.
Captain. Adjust and fire. Gun get behind them. Roger that.
See if we can at least keep this alive. Cool. A sad ISD loss, but an avoidable ISD loss. If I jumped it in further back here, I should have used the range it has on the Lucrehulk more, rather than put it in and have it tank everything entirely. But we can go over to Telos. See if we bait in an attack that way onto Barai. I think I'm actually going to drop these guys on junction.
Setting course.
So we should be able to take Telos now, depending on what they've left on the planet. Gonna be a big stack, isn't it?
Invasion commencing.
Yep. Complacent with my saving. I've been saving every 15 minutes, essentially.
Yes, Commander. Fallout troops.
Choose your reinforcements.
Moving to destination.
Reinforcements.
Once per middle of an episode.
Let's move out. Let's go. Reporting. Artillery online. Awaiting orders.
I thought about saving before the start of this battle,
We secured an
but I figured if I did that, I would just end the episode, and I'd rather
Ready. I copy.
take the planet if I can.
On my way, sir. Yes, sir.
turret constructing. Repair station
sir.
constructing.
Roger. Carmbel Iblis here. Reporting in.
Right, let's see.
Turret
Roger
constructing.
that. Keep going.
Are they gonna try and get us?
Engines activated.
Reinforcements en route. Construction complete.
Receiving orders.
Alright, let's get...
As you wish.
They're gonna build a field base, we're gonna destroy it.
Enemy.
Squadron moving out.
They are.
Lancet proceeding.
Warm up. This way.
Reporting. Command received.
Awaiting orders. Over there. Roger that. Order acknowledged. Copy. I copy.
Hellfires, get out of there. Rockets are dangerous.
Moving out. Form up.
I'm gonna have like 3 trillion Hailfires in the community challenge.
Right away.
It's
Moving out.
something.
Heading out.
A lot of Hailfires.
Destination ahead. Let's move out. Let's go. Keep going.
Avoiding fire. Target confirmed. Order, sir.
Yes, Commander. This way. Over there. Engines activated. Receiving
We
orders.
need to save those.
Reporting. Awaiting orders.
Ready. As you wish.
Our base is under attack.
What's the unit selection looking like for that? So, for the viewer units, it's close to 50% Crusaders and Mandalorian companies. Shocking, I know. The most common unit at the patron level, I think, is the Kadalbe as well. So it's basically the Mandalorian Community Challenge. There are a couple Hapen units thrown in there as well. Very few. Couple Empire of the Hand units, again, very few. Couple CSA, very few. It's mostly Mandalorian. See what we can see with the base here. Very little.
I can do that.
Squad, move out. Spreading out. Yes, sir.
Makes me really wonder what the first Revan's Revenge Mandalorian playthrough is going to look like.
Roger. There they are.
Let's get this thing moving.
Aerial artillery reporting. Destination ahead.
Reporting
My first 2 trillion view video, apparently.
Ready for orders. Ready to receive orders.
So I'm hoping the community challenge will be able to start in the first week or 2 of October, so hopefully all that's done.
Let's go. Keep going. Targeting. This way. Ready for attack position. Engines activated. Receiving orders.
Like, I'm mostly worried about what my space damage is gonna look like with that many Kadalbes. Like, it's not like Kadalbes are bad, but the way their damage is distributed, it's harder to focus with that. I was really hoping to have a good mix of, like, Kadalbes and Battle Dragons, because that would be a really good mix. Really good combo. But it's not too late.
Roger that. Destination ahead.
moving to position. I copy.
Moving out.
Reporting.
Yeah.
Ready to receive orders.
Now you drop there, you guys go around the back.
Let's move out. Let's go. This way.
Eh. Hey.
Over there. Engines activated. Receiving orders.
Waiting orders.
Awaiting orders. As you wish.
Orders, sir. Reporting. Awaiting orders. All right, men.
Alright, we're gonna try to go up to this middle one.
I'm here.
And...
Load your weapon. Commencing attack.
Okay, Nemesis. Get in and support now. Comes an air attack. Alright. I think that's a good push for us. If we can hold on to that. You guys get up more.
Awaiting orders.
Get another landing zone.
Standing by. Command received. Right away. Moving out. Heading out. Destination ahead. Let's move out. Aerial artillery reporting.
As far as unit progression, like air progression for the Warlords especially, they've never had a huge amount of unit changes. The ability to lock and unlock dynamically for factions that aren't the main three in Empire War only came this January, but it's not like the base game where you start with essentially nothing. You start with Corvettes, and then you only get anything else via tech research. Like, you start with a full functional roster. We don't cut off full unit roles or size classes by tech. It's not a tech system. It's an era system. So if we were going to have significant changes by era, that basically means having 7+ full rosters, and for the Warlords that doesn't really make sense. They weren't doing a bunch of weapon R&D, so while there's some stuff like the ads that comes in, we're not really looking to give them like 30 different options in each category that they can research through. The New Republic is a faction that gets a lot of stuff in lore, and working in that much stuff means they get a lot of research, because we don't want them to have 80 units at once. Instead, we find different ways to represent them, either by having like different chiefs of state opening different gameplay styles or options for them, or specific research swapping large sections of the roster. But no part of that is like leaving them with massive holes in how they're meant to play.
Squadron moving out.
Because, like, with Imperial stuff, like, the other thing is, like, we already have 5 different Imperial playstyles, 5 different whole Imperial rosters. So if we were to have even more stuff lock and unlock as the eras go on, then there has to be 5 times 7 different era rosters.
Proceeding. Roger that.
So stuff like the ads that comes in, or on the Imperial side, there's more, like the core Imperial side, there's more stuff that changes. But we've never really just, like, looked for more units to throw in for its own sake of having that kind of progression happen. Like, you already have influence units if you want progression from conquering stuff. We try to have, like, different sensitive progression for different factions that kind of match who they were, and try to avoid having it just be superficial, like, oh, I had a unit that looked like this, now I have a unit that looked like this. There's a bit more of that with the New Republic, just because there's so much stuff that they have and that played relatively largish roles. But with Warlords, that isn't the case, so we don't try to shoehorn it in.
Heading out. Moving out. Ready. Time order. Ready.
Command received.
I copy.
Ultimately, we try to have a feeling of progression for everyone in different ways, but not always through that kind of stuff.
Yes, sir.
Go. Keep going. This way.
Having the road medians as terrain here is a little strange. I like the map, though.
Bombing run available.
Copy. Initiate attack
Won't
run.
be able to start there. Here we go. We got him. Hey, wait. Okay, as long as I don't cancel the retreat. We're good. We're good. Alright. I think that's going to do it for this episode. So, thank you all for watching. Hope you are enjoying the playthrough so far and the look at all the changes to the Imperial factions, or this Imperial faction in particular. Again, for those watching on Twitch, tomorrow we're going to be doing the finale of the Republic playthrough. That'll be tomorrow afternoon on the YouTube channel, so that won't be on Twitch. That'll just be streamed straight to YouTube. Then Wednesday night, we've got some tour. Thursday, podcast night between TapCaf Transmissions and the X2 podcast. Friday, some more Mass Effect. I'm going to try to throw in some Mass Effect streams here on Twitch throughout the week as well, depending on how busy I am. But I do need to get some other videos done as well. But thanks again. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.